In 5, 4,
Four,
3,
three,
2.
two. Yeah, well, okay, make those crowd
And
sounds.
action.
Yay!
We're here.
Costa
we're here.
Rica!
Yay. Cheers. And back we go again.
We're the audience.
We're here all week.
Oh my goodness. Hello,
Welcome,
hello,
Jim.
hello everyone. Regular friends will know I got my Costa Rica haircut. I had longer hair until
Got the whisper.
the other day. I thought it looked good on you, so I'd do the same. Hello, everyone. We've been sitting here waiting for the time, and then I managed to be late anyway.
Chris, can you turn off that fan? Because it makes the guitar go.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice it, but it does.
Yeah,
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
yeah, someone had to
We got a
turn
ceiling
It's
fan.
not that hot.
Oh,
It makes it vibrate.
okay. I made a little list of songs. Thanks for coming. My hands are still wet. I just washed my hands.
You can't do a thing with it.
That's it. Oh boy. You'd think we could be ready to play when it gets to 8 o'clock. So it is 6 o'clock here in Costa Rica. This is a song I've been playing for years, kind of my anthem song, but I didn't write it. A great Brazilian composer, Ivan Litz, wrote the melody, and we added words kind of by committee. A whole lot of people put the words to it, and he included. Voices are calling round the earth. Music is rising in the sea. The spirit of morning fills the air, guiding my journey home. Where is the path beyond the forest? There is the song I always knew. I remember it just around the bend. In the village, the music never ends. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. That's a participatory chorus. You can do this. In a circle of friends, this means friends. In a circle, this means circle of sound. All yikes, you go ahead. All our voices will blend when we touch common ground. There is the melody we need. There is a certain harmony, even a rhythm in the trees, in the song that we've always known. As every road comes to its end, so every path goes crossed again. Now I'm returning to my heart, back to the song that is our own. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. fills the air, guiding my journey home. Where is the path beyond the forest? Where is the song I always knew? I remember it just around the bend in the village where music never ends. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. One more time. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. We have dogs in the audience too.
Circle of dogs.
Now, what is your name? I forgot.
Zoe dog.
Zoe, that's Zoe dog. Well, you're just under the camera. People can't see you. She's a big dog.
She's a good girl.
She wants to participate.
Excellent
That's
participator.
Watch some beer.
Don't
Watch the
don't
water.
knock that beer can off with your tail. Well, years ago, the only other time I've ever been to Central America, I went to Nicaragua with Holly Neer. It was a long time ago, and so much we could say about that, about the Sandinistas, the throwing out Somoza, the dictator, and the education things they did, and the health care that they did, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're in the warm tropical climate.
Yeah, but we got shown around, and I can imagine people say, "Oh, they only showed you what they wanted to show you," but we rode around, we saw, and we played some little concerts, but nothing big, and we kept meeting at this center that was a big daycare thing. Someone told me at the time the infant mortality rate, no, that's not what I mean. The median life expectancy was 13. Median age, that's what I mean, the median age of the country. So, people had died young, and the infant mortality was the worst in the hemisphere, and then they made incredible strides in all of that, and there were all these kids, and it's a Catholic country, we won't go too far with that, and so they of course spoke Spanish, and I spoke mostly English, but we gestured and smiled a lot, and we made peace, and it just occurred, kids know how to make peace, because we tell them. Send them off to school unarmed, and hopefully, and say, now make friends. That's it. You make friends, you make peace. You make more friends, you make more peace. This has my first verse in Spanish in it. I expect you all to sing along. Well, I think I'd like to be your friend. I think we could really have some fun. A real companion is so much better than pretend, and games are better played by more than one. And I think I'd like to be your friend. You look sort of different from me, and I guess that I was not too sure about you. But if you like the way the different colored flowers go together, well, I guess that goes for people too. And I'd like to be friends with you. I'm kinda new in this school, and I don't know a lot about your town. I don't know all your language, but I can play it cool. This making new friends is not as bad as it sounds. It's kind of fun to have around. I can be serious, or I can be a clown. I can make you want to giggle when you're wearing a frown. Well, it's too much trouble to be nasty about. Porque quiero ser tu amigo. If amigos que vas a conocer. Una vez que empecemos no se sabe cuándo acabará, pero es maravilloso ver el círculo crecer, que todos vuestros amigos sean amigos. Everybody! La 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 la. International language. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. What did he say? Well, I think I'd like to be your friend, and there's other friends I'd like you to know. Once we start, there's no telling just where it all will end, but it's great to see the circle grow. We'll get all of our friends to be friends. We won't have to be afraid when we're friends. No, we won't want to fight when we're friends. And if kids can do it, well, maybe grown-ups can be friends. We'll get the whole world to be friends. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la
Good Spanish, yeah. Okay, that's impressive.
When people are asking me, do you speak Spanish? I was vowing I would learn more Spanish before I got here. And I said, the people that lived in the house that I'm living in now are from Guatemala, actually. And I asked, can I get some lessons before? Oh, sure. We just didn't get it to happen. We just didn't get it to happen. Well, yeah, I know. So my response, I already told you, is, well, I know some song lyrics in Spanish. That's about what I know. You know, yo soy Jim Jaime. I can. This is the only alternate I have. Got another guitar player over here. I tuned the bottom string down a step. That's the only. You know, some people do all these open tunings, Dad Gad and whatever, you know, Mega something. I know that's not one that I know. And it was hard enough to find the notes in the first place. I don't want to change them around. So, this is one of my older songs, but and I haven't played it all that much lately, but I want to revisit it. Let's hope I remember all the words. I would just as soon let some days go by without worrying about things I haven't done. I would just as soon let some time go by without worrying about battles never won. I would just as soon let a woman or a man live in peace on the land. And before we would judge the way they live their lives, we'd be prepared to lend a hand. Here's the chorus. There's a way, there's an ease to the life we lead. There's a dream of peace not so far away. There's a force and there's a flow to the life we lead. We'll just release and let it be that way. I would just as soon let all wounds heal in time without worrying about who deserves the blame. And I would just as soon there'd be no heroes in wars. Though you win, you lose, it all turns out the same. I would prefer we'd find a compromise so nobody dies in a senseless fight over how to divide the earth or seas or skies. There's a way, there's a way, and there's an ease to the life we lead. Dream of peace, there's a dream of peace, not so far away. A force and a flow, there's a force and there's a flow to the life we lead. If we will just release and let it be that way. There's a way, and there's an ease to the life we lead. A dream of peace, there's a dream of peace, not so far away. There's a force and there's a flow to the life we lead. If we will just release and let it be that way. Third verse. I would just as soon let all wounds. I already sang that one. I would just as soon passing fashions delight without binding us to all in life that's vain. And I would just as soon that passions be of love and not dominance and war for selfish gain. It would be enough for me, the fleeting beauty of the wild, that I might be beguiled without boundaries, without lies, that I could see with the eyes and the wisdom of a child. There's a way and there's an ease to the life we lead. There's a dream of peace, not so far away. There's a force and there's a flow to the life we lead. If we will just release and let it be that way. Now with sing-alongs as in life, just when you're getting the hang of it, that part is over, so let's give it one more try. There's a way and there's an ease to the life we lead. There's a dream of peace, not so far away. There's a force and there's a flow to the life we lead. If we will just release and let it be that way. I put new strings on here the day before we left, and I haven't been playing it that much at all, in fact.
Beautiful song.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like I'm at GA.
Oh, we're going to get you. I'm in the company of at least one UU here.
One UU.
And I've found some
UU
UUs,
sympathizers.
and UU sympathizers and people who have no idea what UU is for. But, it's the opposite of me is the Unitarians and the Universalists merged in somewhere in the 1960s and made this tongue twister of a name. So the Universalists were the country church that a shipwrecked minister landed in New Jersey, and began to lead this thing, saying, a loving God would not sentence us to a hellfire and an eternity of hell. And so, one of the big principles of universalism is there is not a hell that you go to. You can make the hell for yourself. Is the way it works. And the Unitarians had come from Europe, and actually even go pre-Christian, but about 400 years ago, rose up again in where a visionary king in Romania, in Transylvania, not the Transylvania we know from the movies, but said, let's stop killing each other over religious differences and declare freedom of religion. And rather than the Trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Ghost of Christianity, this was basically Christian, but a Unitarian. There's just one great mystery. We don't know what it is. In fact, a lot of people make it a lot of different things. For me, it's just the whole world and everything, and and it's evolving, and we're it, and it's us. And this is only a problem that all the religions of the world. I don't know about all the religions, but a lot of them. There's several books that have been written in the recent years that spiritual practice is good for you. Makes you live longer, happier, healthier, any spiritual practice, most any of them, all seem to work. And the thread that goes through them all is gratitude. To be grateful for another day, grateful, Now this is the problem for Unitarian Universalists, because we're just not sure who to thank. This has some Spanish words in it, so I thought it would be appropriate. Laurie Wyatt wrote this beautiful song. I love this. Somos el barco, somos el mar, navego en ti, navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you sail in me. The stream sings it to the river sings it to the sea sings it to the boat that carries you and me. Somos el barco, somos el mar, navego en ti, navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you sail in me. The boat we are sailing on was built by many hands. The sea we are sailing on touches many lands. Somos el barco, somos el mar, navego en ti, navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you sail in me. And with our hopes we set the sails to face the winds once more. And with our hearts we chart the waters never sailed before. Somos el barco, So Laurie's made more money than I think he has.
Yeah, the Peter Paul and I've been doing an online concert.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, I think. Well, Laurie Wyatt's a great songwriter. Hi, Laurie, if you're out there. And he was a great friend. I claimed, I knew Pete Seeger for nearly 40 years, but Laurie Wyatt was more like a right-hand man. Was with the sloop Clearwater up and down the Hudson, all of that kind of stuff. And when Pete was in his 90s, Laurie and Pete wrote some songs together, and so Pete was still writing songs. Right? Yeah, and I might have played one of the last concerts that Pete did. He still was around doing. The last time I saw him was actually at a meeting of Native Americans on the Hudson River in the fall, after we'd done this big concert together for the UU Service Committee. That's what it saves lives. It's not a missionary thing. It's just a service thing. Like,
You were involved in the civil rights movement.
oh, absolutely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And more people know the Friends Service Committee, American Friends, yeah.
Right.
But it's the same kind of thing that you use. And Pete was made an honorary member of the UU Community Church of New York, which he told me was a pragmatic decision for rehearsal space. And but I heard him at least a couple of times. Somebody said, "Well, you have a religious something." He said, "Oh, I'm everything." So, so I won't try to pin that on him. Going across the screen down at the bottom is a little commercial there. I didn't mention this yet. I'm always not very good at this, but we would much appreciate, very much appreciate a donation. If you can make a donation there, PayPal.me, Jim Scott Music, or there's Venmo there, or visit my website, jimscottmusic.com, and you can buy a CD or a songbook, or there's even a button for donations there too. We thank you very much for that. Thanks, that keeps us going. Friends know that, all gigs, friends of musicians all know, all gigs went away March of last year, and we've tried to figure out an alternative way to make a living ever since. And the screen just went black. I wonder if you're still hearing me. Oh, it came back on again. Okay. We were not sure about the, if this is broadcasting, if we've got, we think we got a strong enough signal that you're hearing most of this, and we'll see afterwards. I'm going to push this button, and here we go. Oh, I've got a whole bunch of people. I can't, it's a little too far away from me. A bunch of people have written a comment. Yeah, please write a comment. Just say hello from wherever you are. Hello from, we're in Altenas, Costa Rica right now. I intend to learn about the rainforest and stuff like that while my daughter Louisa is saving sea turtles this week over on the Caribbean coast. And I can see already why they say Costa Rica is one of the happiest countries. I haven't met any angry, nasty people here yet. Maybe you're about to introduce me to some of your friends are coming over. It is lovely here. And of course, it's a real green. And this is the rainy season. I expected it to be hotter than it is. It's really about like it was in Boston. Boston was hotter. Massachusetts was, we had 90 up, practically 100.
Well, you're at a higher elevation here. Wait till you get to Elsa and Julio's. It might be a little
Yeah, what are we at here?
2,600?
Oh, yeah.
2,700.
2,700 feet.
Yeah. So that I felt a little taking a breath occasionally. Okay, what am I wrote a list. What did I say I was going to do? Oh, I don't necessarily get on the subject of UU and UUism, but that is a place that I spend a lot of time in the UU diaspora. I have songs in the UU hymn books. Probably most people listening to this know that, but I am still. I'm not a late composer yet, so I'm still doing this, and I was going to say something and I forgot what it is. Oh yeah, so I'm honored that I have songs in the hymn books. But when they made the gray hymn book, I actually got a commission to write a song. So I wrote the song, and they said, "Oh, we can't use that. That's too complicated." And they got some weird songs in that book, but I won't be the judge of that. But anyway, I got a good song out of it. And if you know nothing about music, you can sing along just fine. For people who read music and they see, oh, a double sharp and it modulates 6 times in the song, it scares people away. But it's just a song, okay? So, I was trying to address that one great mystery, whatever, the great whatever. And some people would say, oh well, it's peace, or it's love, or it's or it's God, or it's the goddess, or it's the force, if you saw those movies. And so my figure of speech was harmony. Sound quite right.
They perform differently in the humidity.
Could you fix this?
It's fine. It's fine.
We got another guitar player over here. Some people have audiences, they're yelling "Freebird" from the my audiences, they're saying the 4th string. Oh, thank you. This is a nylon string guitar, and you can tell the temperature with this. The temperature changes. Okay, I'm going to start playing now. Thank you for listening. Okay, we'll splice that part out. Peace is a rolling sea, so full of mystery. I feel its harmony in ebb and crest. Peace is a work of art that moves the open heart. Peace is a place to start and final rest. Harmony of harmony, I hear you sing to me. Let it wash over me, let it begin. Harmony of harmony, unfolding melody. I am your instrument, let peace begin with me. Peace is a beacon bright that brings us inner sight, a radiating light, conquering fear. Peace is the wild bird's call, the painted leaves in fall. Peace is the health of all, I feel it here. Harmony of harmony, I hear you sing to me. Let it wash over me, let it begin. Harmony of harmony, unfolding melody. I am your instrument, let peace Peace is a field of grain, neath sun and gentle rain, in nature's glad refrain of love begun. All being songs are sung as bells together rung. Peace speaks in every tongue, all songs are one. Harmony of harmony, I hear you sing to me. Let it wash over me, let it begin. Harmony of harmony, unfolding melody, I am your instrument. Let peace begin with me.
Thunderous applause.
Oh, yeah. Next week, I'll be in Costa Rica still next Wednesday, and I already named the concert. We're going to call it the Rainforest Concert. But I just have to do this song this week because here I am first time in tropical rainforest. I spent a lot of years in the temperate rainforest of Oregon, but the tropical rainforest. I was visiting a second grade class. It was the Whittier Elementary School, arts-oriented elementary school that kids would get to go to by lottery in Lima, Ohio. A visionary woman, Marty McConnell, just became the one-woman arts council of this town, and said not only do we need a summer festival and bring, first year she got Willie Nelson, other people to come, and the second year she got us, the Paul Winter Consort, to come, and I could see she put the arm on all the different players, saying, well, you got to come back and play in the schools. And so I played a number of times in the schools there. So this first through fifth grade, they just were doing arts all the time, and the experiment worked rather well. I guess, as we know, the arts are just really good for people, and unfortunately it's the first thing that they cut when they're cutting budgets for schools. So the first grade class wrote a song about penguins, and it was a first grade song. So we do it collectively, but there's some funny birds I know, they live up north in the, wait a minute, penguins are down south. And in the ice and snow. And so the second grade class, they told me, we know we're going to write a song about, and you could see their classroom was plastered with posters and pictures of the rainforest. And they knew all about it. So we get a big piece of paper, we brainstorm up all the ideas. So the third grade was writing about Japan. They were writing about China, but then something about Japan got in there, so we had to put in, oops, I'm in the wrong country in the song. But then the fourth grade was deeply rooted in the blues, and the fifth grade, I've forgotten, they were kind of MTV already, I've forgotten what we wrote about. You can play kid songs to kids up to about fifth grade or so, and then they're, or maybe, depending on the kids, but then they're dreadfully embarrassed until they get to be about retirement age, and then they like kid songs again. So they told me about the animals. There's a lot of animals in the song, and they told me about the 4 levels of the rainforest. Oh, I'm in Costa Rica. My gosh, I was in Columbia, Missouri, and friends yelled out from the back of the audience, "We were just in Costa Rica." And we asked them, "Do you know the 4 levels of the rainforest?" And they said, "What?" So, it's in a book. I'd never heard it before myself. But the 4 levels. So they're in the song, and then they go by fast. But then we see how they all go together. On the ground level, turtles and leopards and snakes live in the shelter the understory makes. The ground is so soft and the air is so clear, with 300 inches of rain every year. Oh, let the rain feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. And down in the ground, the worms and the ants nurture the roots of the flowering plants. And up in the canopy, life is a breeze. Orangutans swing from the limbs of the trees. Oh, let the rain feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. Now I don't know if I can embarrass these folks who are right here. If we can sing that, if while some of us sing that part, let's try it again. Oh, let the rain feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life. Sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. Now while some of us sing that part, we need some others of us to sing another part. It goes, oh, let the rain come down, feed the thirsty. Rain come down, rain come down. That's it. Rain come down. Oh, let the rain come down, feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. A third verse, high up above, where the toucans fly, they're birds. Emergent treetops reach into the sky. There's more kinds of plants than anyone knows. Look out, there's a sloth hanging by her 3 toes. Oh, let the rain feed the thirsty ground. Now about this point, I'd like to put in the pop quiz. What were those 4 levels of the rainforest? Well, this is how I remember it. There's the understory. Understory goes up and down. The understory. Understory and the ground level. The ground level, not so much. The ground level and the understory and the ground level. Canopy, ground level. Canopy, under. Canopy, canopy and emergent. Emergent, oh, there's the ground and the under, the canopy, emergent, emergent, oh, there's the ground level and the under, the chorus, oh, let the rain come down, feed the thirsty ground. Sing me the song of life you sing, such a beautiful sound. Oh, let the rain come down. Rain come down. Rain come down. Rain
Restore the ground level.
Canopy,
Canopy.
emergent, insurgent.
Oh, here's a little song for my audience right here. A little song about the passage of time.
Are you saying we're old?
Got so tall, wish the wind would stop blowing. Got so wide, wish the toenails would stop growing. Feet so slow, like they're stuck in molasses. Eyes so dim, wondering where I put my glasses. Only good thing about getting old is you're getting older too. The only good thing about getting old is getting older with you. Got so hairy, wanna hibernate in winter. Got so scary to little dogs and little children. Got so bald on top, blinding people with the reflection. Belly looks like Brazil in the Mercator projection. Only good thing about getting old is you're getting older too. I didn't want to bring it up, but only good thing about getting old is getting older with you. Something for you old folks there. Got so stiff, coins on the floor can stay there. Got so crabby, don't know why I should still play fair. Got so forgetful, don't know what I came to do here. Don't know who you all are, but I'm still happy to see you here. Only good thing about getting old is to sing along with you're getting older too. The only good thing about getting old is you getting older with you.
It's a love song for old people.
You know, as I was making my last album with Dan Tynan, a great friend and producer of this engineer, he said, "Well, that's your hit song." Oh no, you know, I'm gonna be famous for getting older. Whatever happened to the angry young man? But you know, I've sung that song now. It's pre-COVID. I wrote the song before all concerts were canceled, and I've tested it out in real life situations. Even a teenage couple or a couple in their 20s, they'll kind of take each other's hands and like, oh, you know, getting older, with, you know, like, yeah, we're already 26, and like, you know, yeah, it's like this long life we have. Okay, enough philosophy. Just on the subject of Unitarian Universalism, I think my big hit song, I wasn't going to do this, but I will do it.
Yeah.
Unitarian Universalists all over the United States and even in other countries, because this song got into the UK Unitarian and Free Christian hymn book as well. They took some of the syncopations out in the UK, but this song, I'm amazed. You know, people know this song. They know me by this song. It's number 347 in the Gray Book, and I was at, you mentioned the General Assembly, at the annual meeting of the youth. This happened to me more than once, but oh, there's Jim Scott. Oh, Florence, this is number 347. Right here. So I am number 347. And I can so I can call churches, you know, and the gatekeeper the secretary or something. I'd like to talk to the minister, and is the music director, or how do I reach? Well, I'm Jim Scott. If you know the hymn book, I have songs in the hymn book. Oh, really? What? And well, gather the spirits. Oh, I love that song. Oh, the minister's right here. So why it's worked. So people ask me, you don't really play this in B flat, do you? Yes, I do. And that's not good.
Remember, instruments behave differently in Costa Rica.
Do I get to behave differently in Costa Rica? That's good. Close enough. So. Gather the spirit, harvest the power, our separate fires will kindle one flame. Witness the mystery of this hour, our trials in this light appear all the same. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then, gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again. Heart and mind, seeds for the sowing are laid in store, nurtured in love and conscience refined, with body and spirit united once more. Gather in peace, gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then, gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again. Gather the spirit, growing in all, drawn by the moon and fed by the sun, winter to spring and summer to fall, the chorus of life resounding as one. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then, gather in hope with compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again.
That was the coolest I ever heard it. The actual songwriter wasn't.
Well, I put a tempo marking on it, and when the book first came out, people said, you can't mean 1, 2, 3, 1. That's a dirge, Gather the spirit, harvest the love, our separate life. Sounds like a Swedish waltz or something.
No,
But
I love that.
but I hear it all different ways, and I really love it. There's more than I counted more. I looked it up just recently. I was shocked. There's more than 20 versions on YouTube from all different folks, and I love to hear it all different ways. And I have a choral version, which you music directors have mostly said, I wouldn't bother with that because we start playing that song and everybody sings along. Why bother? But high schools have used it, which is nice. So anyway. I wrote that song, and it was a last-ditch attempt to try to get something into the hymn book, and they took it, so that was good. But I wrote it, and I did sing it in our Unitarian Church in Eugene, Oregon. But around the corner was the Unity Church, and I sang it there. And then a friend, when I was home, I would play at any church and just try to fill a Sunday with a gig. and I played it at the Congregational Church, and I'm playing Gather This Band. I just thought, oh my God, I'm a church musician. I never thought of it before. I don't have God and Jesus and things in my songs, but I'm delighted people find them spiritual. And so thanks for coming. I didn't put in very many commercials tonight, but there it goes on the screen right there. PayPal.me, Venmo, coming. If you can part with a donation, we certainly are grateful. And if you can't, thank you for coming. My wish for you, as now we part, is for greater peace to fill your heart with dreams as vast as starry space. So hurt and anger know no place. May truth be shared and wounds be healed, and joy for living be revealed through every fate and circumstance. May hope lead weary steps to dance, and may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. Fears be turned with keen insight to wisdom for what's just and right. Where sorrow grows, compassion strong, and pains will pass before too long. May the bounds of our diversity serve a richer harmony. May courage hold your heart so true to smile on love when it smiles on you. And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night, ever dancing circles in the night. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Yeah.
A live audience. How about this? Is this COVID dealing a death knell to the COVID hiatus, whatever it was? Never have we experienced something like this. I think that musicians have had a year and a half to reflect. So we're glad live things are coming back. Do let me know if you are at a church or a school or anything. If you're interested in having Jim come, I'm booking. So thanks so much. Love each other. Be well and good night.